And we are live. All right, let me just make sure the live is working on my phone. Make sure the audio levels are good too. Yep, we are indeed live. Oh, we already got 8 people in. Hey, what's up, Eskil? I remember you from the last live stream. Yep, audio is good. So it's been a while since I did a live stream. I didn't do one at the beginning of this month because I had things going on. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Oh, that is actually not good. It's lagging a little bit. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Can I change the stream maybe because it's 1080p? Whoops. Yeah, hold on guys, one sec. I'll fix the lagginess. That should help a little bit. Yep. Let me know if it helped. I just now need to look at the live chat from my phone. Alright, I fixed the lagginess. Should be good. Alright, we got 13 people in here now. Alright, let me know if it's less choppy now. Alright, so it's been a while. Yeah, I didn't do a live stream at the beginning of this month. I had a couple things going on. But let me know, do you guys have any questions from any of the projects we did about the Sonoff? I think, well, let me check the video. Lux Mounts for EU. If we get a lot of people that want it, it's definitely in the plan. I know you want one, Esco. I'll have to get my hands on an EU plug because for right now, I just have the US ones. Also a little bit sick. That's why the videos didn't come out regularly this month. But it might be in the works for the EU. Maybe. We'll see. We'll have to see how the US does and how they respond to Lux Mounts. But have you guys been working on any of the projects? Anything you guys been doing? Any questions? Oh, we got 18 people. Oh, also throughout this live stream, if you guys purchase Lux Mounts, I'll give you guys a shout out. Vitame. I like that. Have you made any progress on video cameras? Yeah, so the video cameras, I bought, I had a DVR from a certain company. I won't disclose the company at this point, but it stopped working. So now I have to go in and make my own NVR NVR server for the IP cameras. So I've been looking into like Blue Iris, Zone Minder, right? It's called Blue Iris. It might be. Let me know if you guys have any NVRs that you use, or do you guys use the ones that come with your IP cameras? So Eskel, what's your current IP camera system, or do you not have one at all? Let me know. But in terms of projects this month, oh, we got 22 people. In terms of projects this month, we're going to be working on not only Lux Mounts, we're going to be doing a video every single Monday with a guide of something you can do on Lux Mounts. And so that's going to be on Mondays. And then on Thursdays, we're going to be doing our normal smart home stuff. So this month, we're probably going to be focusing on the power strip. So that way you can individually control, because I've been using these power strips for almost 2 years now. I designed them about 2 years ago, and I still haven't made a video on it, but I have everything ready to do the video on it. So that'll be coming this month, the power strip. It'll be, you can adapt it to whatever country you're in, but the way I'll be doing it is for the US, but you can adapt it however you want. I've looked into Zone Minder. But did not understand it. I looked into Zone Minder a little bit. I have not too much, but I'm kind of in between. I think it's called Blue Iris. I'm not entirely sure. Hold on, let me Google it really quickly. I think it's called Blue Iris. Yeah, it is. And so I've heard that they've had good things. To me, it's in between Zone Minder and Blue Iris. I know Zone Minder has better integration for Home Assistant and OpenHub bindings, Like they have their own dedicated bindings. And so that's kind of why I'm leaning to ZoneMinder, and also ZoneMinder is free. But I've also seen some reviews online, people saying the software, it's not intuitive. So I don't know. If you guys are watching this after it went live, let me know if you use any third-party NVR software systems for your servers. Because I'm really torn. I don't know what to use. It's either in between Blue Iris or ZoneMinder, but if you have your own, let me know. Can you make a detailed video on the basics of Raspberry Pi, programming on the Raspberry Pi? So I don't really do too much programming on the Raspberry Pi. Like, I know Linux and stuff, but the stuff that I mainly do is more towards smart home and like Arduino and ESP coding, because there's different channels that do the Raspberry Pi stuff. So mine is mainly focused on like Home Assistant, OpenHAB, and stuff like that. Maybe some Raspberry Pi stuff, but it has to like somehow tie into the smart home era. What up, man? That is from Sai. What's up? I think that's how you say your name. Hi, everyone. What's up? I tested a simple IP cam with WebView or video, and the sitemap got it to work local. Okay, so when you say you have you say you have a simple IP camera. What brand is that from? Considering your Lux Mounts, I wanted to send you a personal message, but that doesn't work on my phone. MS Geek. What are you considering about it? Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, let me know. Let it down in the chat. I'll answer it. Is there any sense in using Arduino for smart home things? Sorry if this is a silly question. I'm a noob. There's no such thing as a silly question. Honestly, the smart home stuff, it's a little bit confusing, especially with like Arduinos and ESPs and stuff. But in terms of Arduino itself, like one of these. Actually, yeah. Oh, I have one right here. In terms of using like Arduinos like these, the only way that I would use this is if you're flashing ESPs. I think ESPs are the best for smart home systems because, I apologize for the squeaky chair. But I think ESPs are the best for home automation in terms of like DIY and stuff because they have Wi-Fi built in. So that way you just have one little tiny chip and it can power your entire project. You can pick these up at MK-SmartHouse.com as well as the jumpers. And that was the Arduino. All right. I'm needing an updated instructions on flashing Tasmota onto the ESP8260 chip on a Mac. Then watch my software video. Yeah. So for this SmartHouse Basic, I did a video showing how to do flash Tasmota onto the onto the SmartHouse, but the SmartHouse is an ESP, so you can go ahead and watch that video. It's called the SmartHouse Basic DIY Smart Plug, and then you want to look for the software edition. What are you currently working on? Well, there's a couple devices that I'm working on. One of them is being a smart switch. That's been like one of the longest things that I've been wanting to do, but there were so many other projects in between. So probably the smart switch is going to be the next project that I'm working on, along with the IP cameras. And then I also want to look into doing my own like DIY Nest thermostat touchscreen device. So like the problem with Nest thermostats is they're very expensive. They're like $200 something, which I love smart home stuff, but 200 is a little bit of a reach. I like things that are relatively around the 100 range, which is one of the reasons that I created Lux Mounts. Like I didn't want to pay so much money for a wall mount that you have to cut a hole in the wall, run wires and stuff. Lux Mounts, less than 5 minutes installed, and it's less than $100 altogether. It's actually less. The cheapest you can possibly get it is around 60 if you buy the tablet for like 30. So that's the main things. And then I also want to do a couple different versions of the blinds. Many people have been wanting to do 1-inch blinds. They've been wanting to do the roller shutter type blinds where it's just like a screen and you roll it up. So I want to do different kinds of those. And I also want to do, let's see what else. Yeah, those are the 3 main projects that I'm working on right now. Flashing SmartHouse for Home Assistant. So yeah, you can watch the SmartHouse Basic videos and those cover how to flash Tasmota onto the SmartHouse, and then you can connect the SmartHouse to Home Assistant. Now I run a German-based business and sell electronics on eBay here, so if you're looking to get into an EU version, it might be interesting to have it shipped from the EU. All right, yeah, I'll think about it, because I do want to make different versions of Lux Mounts. Like right now, I did the most basic version where it's just a single gang switch or outlet, and then you install it onto there, which is probably the most common version. But I also want to do a double gang one. I want to do different countries. I know Canada has the same thing as the US in terms of switches and stuff, so I believe they do. And if they do, then I'll expand to Canada and then eventually to the EU, so you guys can have it too. Thermostat sounds interesting. Yes, I'm so excited. I want to design like my whole touchscreen interface, and so I'll show you guys how to do it, and I'll probably have a kit at my store so you can do it from home. Please make sound reactive LED strip, make them react to sound beat, also change colors according to beat, and also I'm inspired by the tech and love to make them myself. Thanks. Yes, that's what I love doing too. Like there's nothing better than like flashing a chip using an Arduino, soldering together your own board, and then putting it together. That's one of the best feelings in my opinion. Hey man, really interested in IoT and smart home. I've been working on it. I would love to contribute to your projects. This was from Sai. Sai, go ahead, send me an email and we can talk about that. The camera I use is a D-Link DCS 390L. S quality though. Yeah, I mean, I've been looking on AliExpress and they have some pretty good cameras. Like the whole set that I bought, I got like 1080p IP cameras, and then the NVR all was less than $400. So there's now, and also on Amazon now, there's so many 1080p cameras for less than $50, and they even have ones that you can like electrically control and like motorize, pan, tilt, and zoom, and stuff like that. So I've had a couple companies hit me up with they want to send me these IP cameras, but there's just so many of them, and so many different companies have done it. So I'm not sure which one to go for. What do you guys think of Lux Mounts? What's your opinions? I know you guys want it in the EU. We'll soon branch it to the EU. It'll just take some time. Um, but what would you use it for? Like me personally, my favorite thing is the home automation. Right now, I have a hab panel loaded up onto the tablet, and so that way I can individually control each thing. So for example, actually, let me show you. That was just something simple at controlling the lights, because that's like the most that you guys can see for now. But yes, indeed, that does mean hab panel videos. So with Lux Mounts, that gives me the opportunity to do hab panel videos. So every Monday it'll be some type of guide, whether that be hab panel, open hab, home assistant, something related to wall mounted interfaces. And I personally am a bigger fan of hab panel than whatever home assistant has to offer, because I know in home assistant you have to like manually write in text, where in hab panel everything is graphically set up. So you literally just, it's all drag and drop, which is fantastic in my opinion. What education do you have? Let's see. Well, I have high school, currently in college, and then I learned everything else online from books and YouTube videos and different websites and blogs. So in terms of electronics and stuff, mainly self-taught, and then I've also had some mentors in the electronic space that have like taught me how to do stuff. So it's not a very like formal education. It's more of like the 21st century, like where you don't learn in school. It's different. Oh, I had trouble connecting IP cameras to OpenHub because their stream is encrypted in some way. So it depends, because there's the IP protocol, I believe, and then there's also RTSP. So some cameras, they're only RTSP. Like the IP cameras that I had before, I believe those were only RTSP over IP. It was RTSP, and so with the RTSP, you have to type in the IP camera, the IP address of the camera, and then you have to type in like username equals blah blah blah, password equals whatever. So it's like a very strict thing, and every company has a different RTSP URL. How do you get Hab Panel on the tablet? An app? So with Hab Panel, you can do it from any web browser. And so what I did there is I downloaded an app called Fully Kiosk. I'll have a guide for all of this eventually, but I downloaded an app called Fully Kiosk, so that's like a lockout, so you can't do anything on the tablet besides Hab Panel. And so I locked it down to the OpenHab IP address, and then I just clicked on Hab Panel, and so it's on the full entire screen. So it's all just through the web interface. So Eskel, if you go to your web portal for OpenHab, the main IP address :8080, and where you see all your different interfaces you can use, it'll be there. It'll say Hab Panel. I think the idea of Lux Mounts is cool for the US and Canada wall switches. However, at least here in Germany, and I also believe the rest of the EU, it's kind of different. Yeah, that's one of the things with the EU why I didn't do it right away, because I'm not entirely sure with everything in the EU, like all the different regulations and stuff. But I'll start looking into it now that the US one is launched. Hold on, I gotta get my laptop to type better. Lux mounts are really great, designers are really smart, but I'm kind of skeptical about the strength of the Lux mount because it's mounted on from one side. Strength, so it's very, very strong. I'll give you that. Like, it is strong. It's ABS plastic, which is very strong. It's an injection mold. It's not 3D printed. It's full ABS injection mold. So that means it's full plastic. So it's like almost the same plastic as, I'm not sure what this is exactly made out of, but it's full plastic. It's not 3D printed. It's not layers. It's literally plastic injected into a mold. So it's one solid piece. Actually, let me grab a Lux Mounts to show you better. So here is a Lux mount right here. There you go. It's one solid piece. So it's very strong, as you can see. So in terms of strength, don't be skeptical. And when you screw it in tightly, it doesn't move. So, all right, let's see what else we got for comments. Sadat, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Is it possible to control an IR remote control using ESP8266? Yes, it is. I've done this before, and I think I mentioned this in a live stream before, but I did have it running at one point on an ESP. I think I was using the IR control library. I'm not exactly sure, but I had it controlling my TV. I also had it controlling like my stereo system, so it is possible. Are you going to use IPS on the cameras? Are you going to use IPS on the cameras? IPS. I'm not exactly familiar with what IPS. Can you let me know what that is? Aluminum mounts would look really nice, to be honest. Yeah, I guess so. They would just be a lot more expensive, though. Aluminum would be a lot more expensive, which is why I did plastic, so it's cheaper. And it's still, in my opinion, I kind of like white. So it all matches everything. Like my doors are white, the trim around the doors is white. So if it's white, it matches. Also, the light switch, it matches. At least here in Germany, every manufacturer of wall switches has their proprietary system and switches. That means you can't just install something underneath and keep your old look. Oh, I got you. So yeah, here in America, it's like very standardized on like the rectangle, and a lot of things are compatible with other things. Yes, I've done IR. It works like a charm. Yeah, it does. Except for some reason, when I did the ESP and IR control, it turned itself into a Wi-Fi jammer, which I don't really understand how that happened. How it must have shorted out or something. But whenever I would plug it in, it would jam the entire Wi-Fi in the house. And that's literally the only device that's ever done that. So that's why I just kind of put it off to the side. And now I got one of these smart TVs. So you can control it all through your phone and IP based. So you can even tell the Amazon Echo to turn it on. Well, you can't really tell it to turn it on, but you can tell it to turn off, change the volume and channels and stuff like that. So a smart TV video will be coming in the future. Can I use ESP to get video door phone control? If you mean streaming from the door, like create a camera on the ESP, I'm not entirely sure. I have not worked with it. Sadat said, I'm following your channel closely. You have very successful projects. Thank you. I take a lot of pride into my projects and I try to make them as perfect as I can. I mean, nothing is perfect. I mean, on all of my YouTube videos, there's at least one comment telling me how to make it better, which I very much appreciated. Like in one of my last Son-Off Basic videos, somebody recommended to put in a fuse, which I thought was an amazing idea. So shout out to you. I forget your name, but Damian said, keep up the great vids / tutorial. Happy New Year's. Thank you. Happy New Year's to you too. Don't worry, more tutorials are coming soon. I think I'm going to be switching my channel. I'm going to be mainly focusing on creating devices because that's what I mainly like to do, and that's what I feel like you guys have more benefit to because it's a lot more challenging. Well, it's a lot more challenging to like make the device, but it's easier for you guys to make it once I show you how to make it. Oh, I think it lagged a little bit right there. Door lock using electric door latch would be cool. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. So that way you can just press the button on your phone and then you can unlock the door, and then when you press it, it locks. That's a cool idea. IPS intrusion protection system, such as alerts when movement is detected in a certain area. Right, IPS, definitely. Motion detection from IP cameras. I'm really looking forward to that, especially with, I know with Blue Iris, I think it uses IPS. I'm not exactly sure the protocol, but you can have a notification sent to OpenHab. Guys, I really apologize when it lags. I can see like the different colors for how the stream is doing. I don't know what's wrong. I think because it's like around New Year's, everybody is like home, and so like they like in the neighborhood, and it's like very congested because a lot of people are home. But anyway, so sorry if the stream lags. But back to what I was saying. So I know Blue Iris and OpenHab and Home Assistant has a specific thing where you can have IPS. I think it's IPS. I'm not sure. But then ZoneMinder Binding has it built in. So are we using Sonoffs with main switch on GPI 2? So it's a 3V 3 configured as a switch in Tasmota? Wait, what? So are we using Sonoffs with the main switch on GPIO 2? So it's 3V 3 and configured as a switch in Tasmota. Yes. So in Tasmota, by default, it figures out which Sonoff you have. So it has a Sonoff Basic. So I think it did figure out what you did. You can take a look at my configuration in the software video for the Sonoff Basic. But I didn't have to configure anything that the button does. It was all automatic with Tasmota. The only thing we had to add was, do I have a Sonoff around here? Yes, I do. The only thing we had to add in the Sonoff Basic was the blue LED ring because, so here's the story. I was trying to tap into, so the blue LED ring just taps into the normal Sonoff Basic LED ring, LED light. But that LED light doesn't produce enough power for this LED ring. So I had to tap into another GPIO, which produces more power and could power the blue LED ring. It would have been great if I could just solder in the leads from this blue LED ring onto the Sonoff Basic. Alright, sorry about that. Also watch SmartHouse Sonoff video. Really informative. Yes, SmartHouse. I remember I was watching SmartHouse before I started my own YouTube channel. Like, I wish that he actually went through and did make his TV show. I feel like that would be a fantastic TV show. I love all of his cabinets and all of his wiring that he did. It looks amazing. So Shout out to Superhouse, superhouse.tv on YouTube. Great channel. I love everything that he did. I didn't know till like a little bit ago because he didn't reveal what software he was using on his systems until recently, which I found out was Open. Well, not recently, about maybe a year ago. He's running OpenHab. Do you need a video series for Home Assistant? Do you need a video series for Home Assistant and domotics? What do you mean, do I need a video series? I've used domotics a little bit. That's actually the first system that I used was domotics, but it's, my opinion, it doesn't have that big of a community, and the features aren't as good as Home Assistant and OpenHab. But I have used it, yes. But again, concerning selling your stuff in Europe, low voltage circuits like door sensors and stuff are okay as long as they are ROH and CE certified. For 230 volt devices, you need a special license. So I was thinking about this. Since technically this is a wall plate, it's not an actual device, I don't believe that I need to do anything certification wise, because all I'm doing is I'm providing a piece of plastic essentially, and you're putting it onto a wall. So I don't believe I need any certifications. Plus, there is, when you put on the mount, there is separation with the wire from the high voltage. So the low voltage and the high voltage cables never touch. So therefore, I believe it'll affect any certification, and I believe it's all still fine. Because then you just end up running the cable to any outlet you have nearby or an outlet. Like in my kitchen, I have an outlet on the wall that has a USB plug in it. And then I just have a tablet with the mount over it. So that way everything is all nicely contained. I don't have any wires on the countertops. It's all nicely contained. So if you haven't seen that, check out the video that I posted like an hour ago talking about the Lux Mounts. Is the on-off button momentary or non-lock? It's momentary. So you press it, and that's it. It springs back, so it's a momentary button. If you guys want a kit, go to MK-SmartHouse.com. I love these. These are great. Like, they take less than an hour to like put together and finish. Speaking of links, shout out to sorry about that. Speaking of links, shout out to PCBWAY. So those of you that don't know, PCBWAY has been a sponsor on this channel for a couple months now, and I've actually been using them before they sponsored me. So with all the projects that I do, they're all based on custom circuit boards. So if you guys want to do your own projects, check out PCBWAY. They have fantastic prices. The customer service is phenomenal. They produce your PCBs really quick. Like, I had some produced in one day and then shipped out right away. It's super quick. Fast turnaround times, fast shipping. They do PCB prototyping, PCB assembly, and SMD stencil. And they also have other things like breadboards. They have the little soldering boards and stuff on there. If you have not checked out PCBWAY.com, do so. You won't regret it. They have so many different things on there. There's literally something that will benefit you on that website. And if you want to get $5 off, use the promo code on the screen now. That's like $5 of credit. So you can apply it to whatever you purchase, and you'll get $5 knocked off. They also have other coupons at some points. Like for Christmas, they had some insane coupons. So check out PCBWAY.com for all your PCB needs and other things. And I thank PCBWAY for sponsoring this live stream. Okay, back to the comments. And instead of using a on-off dual, we have been using normal low voltage trigger relay attached to a GPIO. That saved lots of space in a wall box, for example. Wait, so can you guys in the EU, can you fit a whole on-off dual inside your like wall, like receptacle things? MS Geek, let me know if you can, because that means you guys have really big boxes, but I'm not sure. SuperHouse is really super. Sonoff has a tact switch. Yeah, so inside the SmartHouse, it's momentary though. Like is momentary and tact the same? I don't really use the word tact, but you just press it and that's it. It springs back. Yeah, true. As long as there are no cables connecting to it, you should be fine. Yeah, that's what I figured. So thank you for confirming it. Really appreciate your help, by the way. Esco, you got to take momentary and also locking buttons. You just got to figure it out as a switch for a locking button and for a springy button. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Is it possible to get the layout sketch for your circuit board so I can order multiple orders at a time from PCBWAY? So with PCBWAY, you just have to, on my website, every single device that I've made, there is a PCB Gerber file. It's in a zip file. So all you do is just download the zip file and then just you place your order for how many you want. So you would go to the PCBWAY and then you type in how many PCBs you want. So say like 100, and then you type in the dimensions of the board, all the different parameters, and then you click submit. And so then they approve it, and then you upload your file, and then they confirm it. So you don't need like a panelized thing. You just submit the one Gerber zip file. No, we have tiny wall boxes. We drilled a hole in it and lifted it in the drywall and saved lots of space. That's what I figured. Because like here in the US, it's like the same thing. Like in this house, we have extended wall boxes, like the biggest ones possible because it's easier to work with. But like I've seen where they're like very thin and you can't fit anything into them. So in India, we can fit a SmartHouse inside the switch box. Sai said that. So Sai, when you fit it inside the switch box, do you keep the normal switch and change it into a momentary? Or how do you handle like a SmartHouse in India? Oh, SmartHouseSociety.com. Oops, just knocked the microphone. Oh my god, Mike. I'm surprised I haven't seen Aaron in the live stream. Like he's usually in here. Maybe it's like a different time zone for him. I believe he's in a different country. So, Aaron, if you're watching this after the live stream happened, let me know. Oh, also, if you guys want to win one of these, apologize for that. But if you guys want to pick up a Lux Mounts and okay. Whoops, let me rephrase that. So right now, Lux Mounts is having a giveaway. If you're in the USA, you can enter to win. The giveaway is in the Lux Mounts video, which is before this live stream. You have a chance to win a Lux Mounts mount and the Amazon Fire 7. It's completely free to enter, and there's multiple ways of entries. And as of right now, there's not too many people that entered because it just went live about an hour ago. So if you guys want a big chance to win a Lux Mounts and a free Amazon Fire 7, check out the giveaway. I didn't link it in the live stream, but I will after the fact. Have you done a video related to linking home items, sitemaps, and rules? So I did a whole video on the configuration files. It's in the beginning of the channel. It was like one of the first few videos. And so I demonstrate how to set up a rules file, an items file, sitemaps file, and how to link them all to OpenHab. So it's definitely there. But here in the EU, the Shelly devices are very popular. They are roughly as big as 2 stacked Oreos and usually fit in a wall box. I've heard about these Shelly things, and I've seen them, but like I believe they're very hard to get. They're always sold out. I've seen them. They look really small. You say they're the size of 2 Oreos? That's pretty sick. Oh, spit all over. 2 Oreos. Wow. That's really small in comparison to like a SmartHouse. I personally don't use SmartHouse. I use a 4-channel relay boards, so I use 2-way wiring, but I did install the SmartHouse software switch and a dummy switch plate. Okay, that's pretty cool. So 4-channel relay boards, so you tied it into the ESP, probably used 4-channel, okay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. This new year is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a lot more videos from me because you're gonna be getting now 2 videos a week. Hopefully every single week. So hopefully on Monday you'll have Lux Mounts. I like to call it Lux Mounts Mondays. So you'll get a Lux Mounts related video, which means just something on the tablet. So that would be like OpenHab, Hab panel, stuff like that. And then on Thursdays we'll do our normal tutorials. And then maybe I'll put in some more videos throughout the week. And then once every month we'll have the live streams. Usually the first week of the month. Yep, and they're always sold out. Also, the GPIOs are connected to mains, so you can't attach anything like a temperature sensor. Right. Okay, so that is one thing that's not that good. But you're putting it in, like, the main thing with a Shelly, I believe, is, like, you're putting it into a wall, so you don't really need to add a temperature sensor. But this is why I want to create, like, my own smart switch. So that way we don't have, like, these little things. It'll just be, if you guys are familiar with the Belkin Wemo, it's just one integrated switch. So I want to do something like that, something like the Belkin Wemo. That's actually what I'm running right now next to the tablet. I love the Belkin Wemo. I've been using it for also 2 years, I believe over 2 years now. Fantastic. So I want to do something like that, but these things cost like $40. I want to go way lower in price than that. And I also want to put in like more, like some in the garage, some in the kitchen. Am I really the only one who have liked the stream? Disappointing. Yeah, guys. Come on. Don't let Eskil feel so bad. Also like the live stream. Join the club that Eskil's in. Yep, ESP4 output for relay board and 4 input for switches. That's pretty cool. If you guys want, send me pictures of your projects on Twitter. I love seeing them. At MK-SmartHouse. It's right here on the screen. Bam. Wow. I thought we'd have more people in the live stream. I guess Saturdays at 3 p.m. it's not that busy of a time. Last Sunday we almost had like 50 viewers, I believe. So I think I'll have to keep doing them on Sundays. But I'm doing something later today and tomorrow, so I couldn't do a live stream, so I had to do it today. But still, I'm having a blast. Yeah, I also just ordered PCBs I custom designed for the purpose I designed myself yesterday. Ooh, what did you design? Let me know. And I hope you use PCBWAY. You get the $5 off. And I believe you can keep using this $5 off. I can help with this switch. Yeah, go ahead. Send me an email, Sai. Let me know. I can send some pictures of my construction, lol. I love seeing like open houses, like with like you tearing up your house and like putting stuff into it. So if you have that, let me know. You can either do it in Twitter or email me. It is 1:40 a.m. here. Dang, what are you doing awake at 1:40 a.m.? MS Geek. Nah, I used blank PCB company. Lol. I'm gonna say blank because I'm not allowed to say their name. I hope you didn't. I mean, PCBWAY. I mean, let's take a look at what's in here. Look at those. Look at how shiny these PCBs are. Fantastic. I used to use a different PCB company, and they used to send these shiny PCBs, but then they stopped and got cheaper, which is what I love about PCBWAY. Theirs is still shiny and high quality. If you're from the beginning of the channel, you know which PCB company I'm talking about. It's 2113 here. Okay, so 21 military time. I'm not too familiar with military time, so we might as well blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, it's pretty late there. 8:14 p.m. here, mate. Yeah, tearing up my house and putting stuff into it describes it pretty nicely. That's pretty funny. Gonna look at PCBWAY next time. Well, yes, PCBWAY, fantastic support. And they have great quality. Where are you guys from? All 20 of you that are in the live stream right now. Let me know what country and what time is it there. That's actually pretty cool. I'm very interested to know. It's my first time ordering custom PCBs since I spend kind of lots of time designing them. Yeah, PCBs take quite a bit of time to design. Like sometimes I'll spend like an entire day, like from morning till night designing it. Because it takes a while because you have to align the components correctly so the vias go the right way. Like me personally, I like doing 2-layer PCB boards. So that way I can do them at home first and then send them off and get them correctly done. But what PCB software are you using? Like me personally, I used Eagle for a bit, but that one is a very complex software. But now I use Fritzing because that one is so easy. You just choose your components, put them on the breadboard, and you're done. And then you just do the schematic, and then you can easily do the PCB. Portugal, wow, Portugal, dang. Germany, UK, 815, 915. I'm currently doing a project on a fire system with an OpenHub. I'm using ESP Easy software. ESP Easy software is great. I use that, like, for example, I don't know if you guys remember the iClever light plugs. I installed ESP Easy onto it first, so that way I can see the pinouts of everything and like guess and check. So I would say GPIO pin 4, and if it turned on the light, then I'd write it down. And when I make my custom software, I put in GPIO 4 that's the light. Project on a fire system. But fire system, are you doing like fire sensors, like, or what are you doing? Okay, I use use Easy EDA. I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look into it. Congrats from Brazil, dude. You're the best, man. Thanks for the videos. Aw, thank you, dude. I try to make decent content for you guys to watch. I also use Fritzing. Yeah, Fritzing. Norway. Nice. 6:16 p.m. All right, so you're about 3 hours off from me. Greetings from Argentina. I've my OpenHub running thanks to you. That's awesome. Yeah, my OpenHub like tutorial videos have been doing very well. Like it's one of the main videos that have helped people, and I'm glad it did because I spent a lot of time on those videos because I wanted them to make the process even as simple as possible. I know some people were calling me out for saying, "Oh, I would say sudo slash blah blah blah." Like I would even like enunciate like the spaces, but I wanted to make it as straightforward as possible and as easy as possible. Canada 4:15. Oh, so you're only 1 hour off from me. Have you tried BK Hobby's Node MCU Cube? I know who BK Hobby is. I follow. I think I follow him on Twitter. I'm not sure, but I've seen his videos. He has good videos. He's doing good. Node MCU Cube, but I have not looked into his cube. Just tweeted you some photos. I'm writing from Turkey. Turkey 1118. Nice. I etched my own PCBs. That's the cheapest option, but I like making circuit boards on perforated boards. See, perforated. So first, let me address the fact I etch my own boards. Good job. I do that too. That's how I first prototype them. Like I etch them. I put them in the etcher. I first use the laminator, laminate it onto the PCB. Then I put it in the etching solution, and then the PCB. Making your own PCBs is not as easy as you guys think. But once you get the hang of it, it gets easier. But I don't use that as my final thing because etching your own PCBs, I don't believe it's as good as like ordering professional ones like this. Like I feel more confident in one of these than one of my own etched PCBs because like these are all nicely, they have the solder mask, they have the silk screens on them. I like getting the made ones. And then perforated boards, I've had some experience with perforated boards. I made some, like one of my first devices was on perf board. But then like the wires, they're like flimsy and like some of the connections aren't as good. I personally like making PCBs. I'm 100% confident in them and they're just easy. You just put the components on them. Etching yourself is kind of difficult here since it's hard to get the supplies. And it's expensive. Yeah, the first bottle of like etching solution, it's kind of expensive. You should start looking into Z-Wave devices. See, I can't do Z-Wave because I don't have one of those AOTech Z-Wave sticks. I reached out to AOTech to like maybe get one for review, but they reached out to me and then they stopped. So, and like I don't want to buy one because I don't need one. I don't have any Z-Wave, but if they sent me one, I'd make videos on them. Which PCB program do you use? I use Fritzing. I love that one because like you have the ESPs in there. You can see the physical like components, and then you just put it on the breadboard. And probably made PCBs are very cheap, so I definitely use them instead of DIY'd boards. Yeah, like I said, my process is I make my own etched boards first. Once I have a good design and I confirm that it works, then I'll send it off to a company like PCBWAY and have them make them. I love talking about PCBs. I'm glad like you guys are interested too. All right. Well, it's been fun talking to you guys. I use Fritzing in school for Arduino sketches. Nice. That's awesome. I wish I used Fritzing in school. In my school, they didn't do that. You just learn. We'll not get into education here, but wow, Lux Mounts looks like a cool idea and product. Thank you. Yeah, Lux Mounts has been one of my dreams. Like I've always wanted a wall-mounted tablet, like in Iron Man, and even that new movie Skyscraper. On every single floor, they had like a tablet in the wall. I love the idea of that because when you don't have your phone, like say you leave it upstairs, you can go to the tablet and search up whatever you need, control whatever you want. And also they have Amazon Echo built in. I don't want to say her name because then she'll go off, but it's basically like an Echo Show on the wall. So it doesn't take up any space. It's all on the wall. You don't have anything laying down. And it's much cheaper than an Echo Show. It's like half the price of an Echo Show altogether. I've been soldering for 4 years now, so I'm quite confident with perf boards, and I get way more flexibility with those. Yeah, I will say with like perf boards, if you say like, oh, you accidentally connect it to ground instead of 3.3 volts, you can easily just unsolder it and move it. I like those product images. Thanks. My favorite product image for Lux Mounts is probably the one with Netflix in the bathroom. That one's pretty cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out on either luxmounts.com or on Amazon. Links are in the description. Do you have new projects soon? Yep. So this month in January we'll be doing the power strip, and then we'll be doing some IP camera stuffs and smart switch, more blinds, a DIY Nest thermostat. Those are the ones that I can name off the top of my head. I'm doing IT in school, so I need a program like that. Really, in IT you get to learn fritzing? That's awesome. I'm so jealous. All right, well, it's been fun hanging out with you guys. I had a really fun time. I love doing these live streams. I might be doing them more. Oh, I forgot to mention. I started a Discord. Uh, the link will be available by the end of today in the description of this video. I started a Discord. So those of you asking for a Discord, yes, it's available. It will be in the description of this live stream by the end of today. It won't be right away because I have to leave like right now. But the Discord is available. So I can't wait to talk to you guys there. We can always be on there chatting away. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below or head over to MK-SmartHouse.com/forum. Goodbye. Come on, click stop. Whoops. Oh, did it stop? Whoopsies. Oh, because I